Good evening, my name's Alex Campbell.
And I'm Jasper.
You're watching Examining Cinema. So Jasper, is Big Trouble in Little China the greatest mix of 80s action schlock and Chinese?
Stereotypes?
Yes.
Yes.
Otherwise, I will have both of you roll off to the hell where people are skinned alive. It's that simple, understand?
John Carpenter's Big Trouble in Little China, it's like the whole thing is...
Starring Kurt Russell as John Wayne with a rubber knife.
Oh man. Kurt Russell does the best John Wayne impression.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
You know how people say, you're okay in my book, or in my book that's no good. Well, I actually have a book. And everybody I ever meet goes in this book. And now I've met you, and you're going in the book.
I love Kurt Russell to death. Whether it's him in fucking John Carpenter's Escape from New York and LA, or The Thing, or this, or Tarantino, Death Proof, and Hateful Eight.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently he's in the upcoming
Oh, is he?
Once Upon a Time in America.
Nice.
It's an undisclosed role. Yeah, the Manson family
yeah.
one. Yeah, so fucking, yeah, why not?
The Manson family one that's not about the Manson family.
No, it's about, like, Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt, as stuntmen within America, trying to be stuntmen in, like, army chopstick. I need an umbrella in my hand now. They're stuntmen in America, trying to be stuntmen in the Hollywood system. Put it in the side. Within, like, the Hollywood system. But, like, they've cast Sharon Tate, who was Roman Polanski's missus, who was pregnant and brutally stabbed to death.
Who was it? There was someone I remembered. Oh, yeah, good go.
Yeah, they've cast Manson himself. Well, Tarantino's cast Manson himself.
That would be the DVD starting to play again in the PlayStation.
I'll turn it off.
Terrible.
So yeah, basically, Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in America was amazing.
Yeah, no, it was fantastic.
We haven't seen it yet.
No.
But it's
It's
fantastic.
interesting that the sort of names are very similar too. Once Upon a Time in America, Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, that's true. Well, this is a play on words for Sergio Leone's Once Upon a Time in the West and Once Upon a Time in America.
Yeah.
Who's the director of The Good, Bad and the Ugly.
Mm-hmm.
And Tarantino is cited as his biggest influence.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not talking about that movie.
No.
Talking about John Carpenter's Big Trouble in Little China.
Which is amazing.
Yeah. So the biggest criticism I came across this film, well, online,
Oh, okay. Here we go.
doing research, was that people said that Wang, you know Wang?
Yeah.
He is the protagonist of the movie. His fiancee gets kidnapped and that kind of pushes the narrative forward and he's the hero. Mm-hmm. And they basically say, why is Kurt Russell even here? Because in that...
Kurt Russell.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's Kurt Russell doing a John Wayne
Wayne's like a
accent.
little midget Asian guy.
Yeah, well, they're saying it's like whitewashing, you know? The narrative functions perfectly with Wang as the protagonist.
No, it doesn't, because Wang has no charisma. Kurt
doesn't.
Russell literally is just charisma.
Just charisma. Pure. And
That's his whole character.
Yeah.
Every major
Yeah.
fight, he gets knocked out or passes out or falls away, or
And
and it's just his
makes the
charisma is
charisma,
why he's the hero. There's
Yeah.
no other reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the audience is seeing the world through his eyes. He's the one going, what the
He's
fuck?
the idiot. Yeah.
Asking all the questions. What's going on?
Yeah.
What's all this? It's like, yeah, he's the audience. He's the vehicle for the audience to experience this high fantasy, fucked up, crazy genre film.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah, of course we need Kurt Russell.
Yeah. No.
He's
wouldn't
the
work.
film.
Yeah.
He is
Absolutely.
the entirety of film.
Yeah. His performance is what makes the film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this film opens up with that little intro with Strokey Strokeson, Mr. Miyagi.
No, what I call him is the Asian Lawrence. What is he? What's the fucking?
Well, we never determined who the black actor with the squinty eye
With the
was.
squinty eye, because there's an Asian squinty eye actor and there's a black squinty eye actor.
Well, here's the squinty
Is it
eye.
Lawrence Whitaker?
Lawrence.
What is it?
Lawrence
No.
Fishburne or
Something Whitaker anyway. I'm pretty sure that's
Forrest. Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker. Yeah, that's who it is.
Forrest Whitaker and Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah, sorry. Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
the Asian Forrest Whitaker.
well, I believe that Pat, who is Mr. Miyagi,
Yeah.
I can't pronounce his last name.
Is that actually Mr. Miyagi?
Yeah.
Okay.
The man face you, he is enemy.
I'd do a Mr.
I'm pretty sure there's like two of them.
Fucking racist. That's the actor who played Mr. Miyagi.
Okay.
They don't all look alike, Jasper.
Jackie Chan?
I'm pretty sure he had a massive stroke. That's why half his face is fucked.
Okay.
Don't you reckon?
Oh, it's possible, yeah.
I mean, I didn't read up on this. I just
I thought that
I had always assumed.
I'm pretty sure there's two of those characters that play that archetype in like 80s films. I'm pretty sure there are two Asian guys that play that archetype in 80s films. Yeah.
Well,
one of them's Mr. Miyagi and one of them's another bloke, but I don't know which one that one is.
Well,
I'd have to look at it
that guy played Mr.
because
Miyagi.
they all look the same.
So this film also has James Wong as Lo Pan, the main antagonist.
So.
You know the eyes guy from Blade Runner? I just make eyes!
Yeah.
He's
okay.
also in like 10,000 other films.
I just do eyes. It's just eyes. Genetic design. Just eyes.
Yeah, I thought he did a really good job of both the heavily prosthetic, old, eccentric old man and the Chinese folk villain.
Oh no, the Chinese folk villain's awesome. With his like red mascara and shit, and he's
Just phasing through walls like...
yeah.
And yeah, the prosthetics when he was an old man was fucking awesome. This film in general just seems to...
It's just got everything going for it.
Yeah, like that orangutan monster.
Yes, which is just absolutely unexplained. Like nobody even addresses that there's an orangutan monster.
No, nobody says a word about it.
No one like...
Yeah.
No one even registers that it's in a scene when they're in it, unless it's attacking them.
Yeah, I guess it's just a monster that lives in like the systematic tunnels of Chinese ruins underneath San Francisco. Because, you know, Little China has ancient ruins.
Ancient ruins under it, yeah.
With an orangutan monster and a giant fucking like anglerfish thing.
Yes, yeah.
The effects and the sets and cinematography, it all falls in that like golden era of film for me, like pre-CGI when all practical effects.
That fucking D&D Beholder orb thing. That thing looks amazing.
Yeah, it looks great, and it was a practical effect.
Well,
so,
see, so my memory of the movie, because I haven't seen it since
yeah,
I
well,
was a
tell your
kid.
backstory for it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it since I was a kid. My memory of it was that Beholder thing was like the final boss.
Yeah.
That's how I'd remembered it in my mind. So that was a little bit disappointing when it's just like a little minor
Yeah,
thing
he's
that
just
happened.
like a minion.
Yeah.
No, please, what is that? Don't tell me.
A guardian. What it sees, Lopan knows.
They have returned.
I'd only seen the film for the first time like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
For some reason I missed Phil Carpenter's work growing up.
I just remember watching it with my old man.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I probably watched the first few movies that I shouldn't have as a child.
Oh yeah, me too. I was watching Terminator 2, The Liquinator,
Yeah.
stab John Connor's stepfather through the milk carton and through the mouth when I was like 10.
That's a fantastic.
That was so
scene.
great. I remember when I first seen that, my sister was like, alright, I'm going to show you this movie, you might not be ready for blah, blah, blah. And then she closed my eye, like covered my eyes for that scene, and that had more impact than me actually watching it. So in the second time, it like all the suspense had built up for that scene, and I seen it, and it didn't disappoint me. Like, holy fuck!
I showed William that movie back. He was like, what the fuck?
William, your 13-year-old son?
Yes, 13.
What's wrong with that? So the opening scene of this movie is Mr. Miyagi, and he runs off some dialogue about Jack's character. Leave Jack alone, you'll never find Jack. And he does lightning. That was all studio interference. They came in and they said, we don't know what the fuck this movie is, we don't understand it. No,
that whole first opener was
that first initial scene where Egg is being interviewed by his attorney or something.
Something like that.
It doesn't fit into the rest of the narrative.
No, it doesn't make any sense at all.
And yeah, that was the studio going, you need to have a little intro to this movie because the audience just won't understand
what the fuck they're getting into.
Yeah. Well, which is the point of the movie.
Yeah.
So I think that doesn't fit into the narrative, and it was fine. But I think it should be cut out. I mean, that initial street fight in the alleyway
is great.
Yeah, and then when the magic gets introduced there,
Well,
if that was the first time, you'd be like, "What the what?
Yeah.
What? What is this?" I think that'd be a much better intro to, this is actually a fantasy movie.
Yeah, maybe. But everything's got to be dumbed down for Americans.
Yeah, because they're dumb.
Yeah.
But yeah, that initial street fight had some great, like, arm breaking, leg breaking scenes.
Well, just the practical effects in general are great in this film. But in that, all of the gore is in that first, like...
I was under the impression that this movie was kind of a kid's film, and it kind of is.
It doesn't have any tits or anything.
No, I mean, he says fuck in it once.
Yeah.
And then it does have a few, like, horrible compound fractures. And, like, he smashes a guy's head
into the bowl. Yeah.
So he kind of wrote that line,
but it cuts away very quickly from all of that. Like it doesn't make a point.
That's not the focus.
All of these compound fractures have got they're clothed, they've got sleeves on, so it's not like you can see bones sticking out of arms and shit. Yeah.
Also, this film cost $25 million to make.
Yeah.
Made $11 million at the box office. So it was.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me.
A massive flop.
Yeah.
I guess the audience wasn't there for it.
No.
Same with like The Thing and everything too, and that's like one of the greatest horror movies of all time. That lost money at the box office. That came out the same weekend as E.T. though.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
So bit of a crusher. Steven Spielberg's E.T.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel bad for old John Carpenter. He's always kind of been that, outlier, like B-film director, but. Oh, well, he's getting the credit he's due now. There's all the subcultures have cottoned on, and there's a big thing. But at the time, his movies just seem to keep on flopping.
Well, yeah, I guess that sort of lends to the fact that they're probably a bit more like projects of passion as opposed to just selling out and making money.
Yeah.
Like fucking Spielberg and fucking,
Fucking Spielberg, you hack fraud. He also did the music for this film and most of the other films.
Yeah.
The upbeat electronic synth music.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's him. He directs the films as well as does all the soundtracks.
Nice.
So I actually really like the character of Jack. What's his last name?
Fuck, I don't know.
Jack Burton. Me.
Jack Old Mate.
Yeah, old mate.
Yeah.
John Wayne.
Yeah, John Wayne. He's kind of set up as your archetypical 80s action hero at the beginning. And then it's slowly revealed that he's
incompetent.
It's a facade.
Incompetent.
Yeah. He's all talk and no walk.
Yeah.
There's that great scene where he goes to shoot someone and the guy's like, safety. And he's like, oh.
Yeah.
And then he shoots him. He's like, is this the first time you plugged him out?
He's like,
no.
Yes.
First time you ever plugged somebody?
Of course not.
Yeah. There's all these moments where like, He's utterly out of his depth. He has no idea what's
Absolutely.
going on. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's so endearing and charismatic, you can't help but be on his side and be like, you're fucking... you're my hero.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, he's there for you to root for, he's there for you to, because, you want to be him. The girls want to be with him and you want to be him. That's the idea of his character.
Yeah. Well, what about the scene at the end where he rejects Gracie? What do you make of that?
What do you mean? That was okay. So
Is that like the John Wayne character coming into the town, saving the day, and then leaving in the sunset?
yeah. Then that is exactly what it is. So what it is that the legend has to live on.
Yeah.
If he settles down, the legend dies.
He has to go on to his next adventure.
God, aren't you even gonna kiss her goodbye?
No.
Would you be up for a sequel called Little Trouble in Big China with 50-year-old Kurt Russell?
Yes.
About his kid in China, directed by 7-year-old John Carpenter?
Does it star Will Smith's kid and Jackie Chan?
Yes, I guess. I don't know. Does it?
Then no.
Can't believe it. I've never actually seen the first Karate Kid, eh?
I mean, I loved it when I was a kid. I mean, it's all bullshit. It fucking makes no sense at all. It's a crap movie.
It's one of those like
kid.
family films, heart and love and soul and shit.
Promise teach karate. You promise learn. I say, you do.
Oh, I haven't seen you around. Have you been looking? Sorta.
Wax on, wax off. Don't forget to be very important.
I should point out too, the label isn't off this because we don't want to get fucked up by advertisers. Yeah, it's homebrew vodka from a caravan park in Burpengary. And it's pretty strong.
I mean, we haven't established yet how much methanol's actually in it, so we might be dead.
It kind of lit on fire, but not quite.
I mean, I don't know if that's actually a test. I was making that up.
Okay, fair enough. So, I absolutely love how this movie was paced. Basically, it's action scene, blatant scene of exposition, action scene, blatant exposition, action scene, and just rinse and repeat.
Yep.
You have events transpire, all this crazy shit happens, and then it all stops, and the characters sit down and they explain the plot and what's happening.
In a really punchy fashion too. It's like, this is happening, why is this happening, this is why, blah, blah, blah.
The introduction of Gracie, she comes in, it's like, my name's Grace Whitney, and my character type is, I'm always putting my nose in things.
Yeah,
like,
you all know me.
looks down the lens of the character, the lens of the camera, and he's like a character bio.
Don't panic, it's only me, Gracie Law.
And what the hell is Gracie Law doing here?
She can't get enough of me.
Huh, he wishes. Look, you know me. I'm always poking my nose where it doesn't belong, and as a result, I admit it. This mix-up is my fault, sort of.
It was like, obviously...
And there's no explanation, again, it's not even addressed, like, how is she involved with all these Asian people?
Yeah, she's just at
Like, she's like, oh, you know me.
She's at the airport, and then she's like friends with them. Same with Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah.
He's like in there, in a
But I mean, at least
friends.
he's like
Asian.
living there in Chinatown. It's a small place. You can reason fairly easily that he's sort of associated with them. But this chick is just some chick who rocks up.
She has a reporter friend. That whole character was kind of pointless. They could have made her the reporter, then just cut out the fat.
I don't know what that was for. I guess because the other Asian guy needed to have a girlfriend at the end.
But even his character, what was the fucking point of his character? He could have blended his character into Wang.
But that would have mean Wang was the maitre d', maitre d' of the restaurant, which would have meant that he would have had to have like the nice suit, and the whole point of that character was that these Asians are having to Americanize themselves to interact with Americans. Yeah. That was I think that was the sort of the play of racial dynamics that was supposed to be playing out with that character.
Which wasn't in the movie at all. It was action schlock.
Yeah, it was action schlock.
Yeah. Amazing action schlock.
Oh, fantastic action.
The wire work and the explosions and the
electricity.
Yeah, the Chinese mysticism, the guy blowing up at the end.
just the absolute, the blatant fake Chinese history and mythology and stuff that they just invent. That's fantastic.
They could have pulled actual Chinese mythology. I mean, we don't know anything about Chinese mythology, right? That orangutan monster could be part of...
I doubt it.
Yeah, okay. I can't argue the point because I have no fucking idea. Because I'm an ignorant Westerner.
Yeah. No, I'm the same, but I doubt it. I doubt any of the mythology in this is even remotely buried in some sort of reality.
Well, yeah, it's more a take on Chinese kung fu films and...
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of these people look really Caucasian.
Yeah,
and a lot of them look very Japanese.
They couldn't find enough Chinese actors.
Yeah.
This guy's Japanese.
In some of the fight scenes, there's like quick shots of dudes with like fake mustaches and they're clearly Caucasian guys.
Yeah. Oh, so Jack's character does actually kill the main antagonist at the end. And
yes, because he's got his quick reflexes.
Yeah, what's the line?
He just said reflexes, didn't he? What did he say?
It's all in the reflexes.
It's all in the reflexes.
He does it earlier when Wang does the bottle thing.
Yes.
Then at the end, yeah. So he does actually kill the main villain, and the girl.
No, his best line in the film was like, "We'll be back by dawn. If not, call the president." That was great. That was so
like, what is this? Escape from New York? What the fuck does the president have to do with this fucking movie?
Okay, you people sit tight, hold the fort, and keep the home fires burning. And if we're not back by dawn, call the president.
So yeah, in conclusion, John Carpenter is always quoted as saying, films are meant to make you feel, not think.
That encapsulates this movie perfectly.
Yeah, it's so silly, it's so self-aware and tongue-in-cheek.
It's like a meathead fest.
Yeah, it's fun. It's supposed to be fun. It's outrageous. There are so many moments you're like, wait, what? What the fuck is happening now?
Yeah.
But the whole time is entertaining. Doesn't take itself too seriously. Doesn't get weighed down. Only goes for an hour and a half. And as I said, the pacing just pushes right through. Exposition, action, exposition, action, exposition, action. What else can I say about fucking Kurt Russell? He's the best. Have you seen Bone Tomahawk?
I have heard it. I've heard about it, but I've not seen it.
It's worth a watch.
Yeah.
He was growing in the Hateful Eight mustache during the filming.
Okay.
I just can't stop talking about Tarantino.
Yeah, I know.
I was trying to give a biopic on like a description of Bone Tomahawk, and then I started talking about the Hateful Eight.
It happens.
Yeah.
It happens to the best of them.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Watch Bone Tomahawk. It's the Western with a twist.
Is it?
Yeah, horribly violent.
Yeah, I've heard it. The Red Letter Media guys were talking.
Yeah, they talk highly of it. Yeah, I mean, Kurt Russell should be in more films. He kind of spent his whole career like underground doing this B-schlock and like random shit.
I mean, it's like it suits him. Yeah.
He doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you could take him as a serious actor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, obviously he did well in Hateful Eight. Like, I don't know if he'd be able to play.
And he smashed that fucking $20,000 guitar from like
he did
1894. Roll the clip, Johnny!
Give me that guitar. Music time's over.
So yeah, basically, if you're a 10-year-old kid...
Definitely, if you're like a 10-year-old kid.
This movie would be fucking
absolutely
amazing.
recommend this film.
Yeah. Golden age of cinema. Practical effects, wire work, no CGI.
If you're a 10-year-old kid, this will blow your fucking mind.
I wish I had seen it when I was 10.
Yeah. But
I didn't! Thank you for watching. Really bad. Like, subscribe in the comments. Tell us if we got all Patreon, blah, blah, blah.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, you fuck yourself.